What the hell are you, man?
We are garbage.
Hi, I'm Eddie Brock. I'm a reporter, and I always seem to find myself watching shitty movies. We just saw Venom. There's gonna be a little bit of spoilers in this video. When it's spoiler time, we will let you know as per usual. Don't lie to yourself. We all knew this was gonna be a bad movie.
Sure did.
And obviously there's those plebs who come out of the woodwork when the movie's close to release saying, hey, maybe this will be good. Shut up, dude, don't lie to yourself. Everybody, Tom Hardy knows it's not a good movie. The perfect word to describe this entire movie is inconsistent.
That ties into the insane tone shifts that this movie takes. Just so fucking quick. Just 1 second horror, 1 second comedy, next second romance. It was all over the place.
You can tell big old fat obese arm just showed up like, this is the second half of the movie. Like the first half is all slow and kind of serious, and the second half is just a fast-paced monster mash movie.
I mean, Tom Hardy did a great job.
I don't even know what this movie would be without Tom Hardy. We say a lot of actors carry movies, but the universe was on his back. I'm Eddie Brock. I'm Venom. You can tell he was actually trying to make this a good movie. You know, he was trying to give the character some justice, and the script still weighed him down.
All an actor can do. His best.
Everyone else,
fuck you.
is either terrible or just really mediocre. Michelle Williams, underutilized, mediocre, bland. The antagonist,
Fuck that guy, Riz Ahmed.
again, underutilized, really bad script, poor kind of motives. I didn't really care for him at all. He was rushed. The whole movie's rushed, guys. I love Venom, but like, it's just not a good movie. Even enjoyment-wise, like there's only some scenes where you're like, that's kind of cool. But then the PG-13 rating just weighs those scenes down even more. The action could have been a lot more memorable if it was rated R. And don't lie to me and say it would have been the same. Like, it would have been a lot more enjoyable to see Venom actually eat someone's head and see the blood and Venom rip people in half. Come on!
Pretty much exactly what he's saying. Venom is a sick-ass character who has sick-ass fights, but this movie's action was not sick-ass. It was just ass-sick. Like, your ass is sick, and it's just puking, and that's what this movie's action was.
Yeah.
And going back to Riz Ahmed, I hated his deliverance of his dialogue. I hated his mannerisms. I just did not like how Riz Ahmed portrayed the antagonist.
Obviously, Riot's in the movie, he's the main antagonist. I think Venom in Spider-Man 3 had more screen time than Riot did in this movie. That's how much of a joke he is, alright? He's so underutilized. He shows up and then he gets Fuck me, man! Oh, this whole movie's a joke! I don't even know what else to say, like, because this movie doesn't offer anything. Man, the cinematography just screams Sony.
There's so much blue in this movie.
Blue and fog, and
God.
it just looks...
The classic Sony screen, man.
Oh,
The director, Ruben Fleischer, I like half the movies he's done. Zombieland and Gangster Squad. They're enjoyable movies. His other half, this movie and 30 minutes or less, garbage.
He was not a good choice for this movie.
I don't think anybody would have been the right choice because it's Sony controlling the whole thing anyways. They could have picked whoever they wanted. All they needed was a puppet.
Another positive, you know, I enjoyed the interactions between Hardy and Hardy, Venom and Brock. Those interactions were good, but then the writing of those scenes weigh those scenes down. They could have been a lot better, and there was some moments where like, that's cool, that's classic shit, I like that. But then it was just rushed by the terrible editing, terrible pacing of the second half, which was blisteringly fast, and the poor shit writing.
It's not a spoiler, they say the word pussy, and it was just the cringiest use of the word pussy. Right now, pussy, us using pussy sounds better than this movie using the word pussy because it was just so out of place and dumb, and you can just tell, oh, that's one of those moments where they're saying that they're really pushing the limits of PG-13. Fuck you guys, push the limits and show a drop of blood.
Trying to make the action scenes memorable, not have a 40-minute long chase scene.
None of this movie was a surprise.
You guys really need to adjust your lives, adjust your brain a little bit, alright? You thought this was gonna be good.
Don't say, you can't just say, we need to adjust our brains, everyone has their own opinion. No, objectively, this movie's garbage. And they objectively spent money in the wrong areas of the film. I would have been okay if Tom Hardy wasn't in this movie, but they spent a lot of money on good writing, fucking Sony, and actually giving the character the justice that it deserves. That's just an idiotic thought entering my head, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should really...
Disney should buy Sony, all the world should be under one company. company and we should all be ran by Disney. There we go. Now I'm back. Sorry guys, I had my own thought for a second.
I was worried there for a second. I might have to call Walt.
Yeah, I might have to get executed. I'm okay.
Another thing that was completely obvious was the CGI in this movie and how shit it was. It was legitimately pretty much always bad. There's maybe 2 shots where Venom looked okay. I was like, that doesn't look like from the early 2000s. Like, you'd think with all the experience Sony has with all these shitty superhero movies, they could learn something, but they're just retreading the same ground. They're making the same mistakes. Let's give this a rating because there's nothing else to really talk about. So I'm giving this a 1.5 out of 10. I would have given this a 0.5 really, but I think Tom Hardy and some of the scenes I enjoyed and the fact that I just have a hard-on for Venom is what gave me that 1 point over the 0.5. I'm never gonna see this again. I'm gonna try to remove this from my brain. I'm gonna actually watch Spider-Man 3 just to see Toby dance, like have a seizure, so I can forget about like the last 2 hours of my life. I think it's actually worse than I thought it would be, and that actually hurts my heart.
I'm gonna give this movie a point for every positive aspect that it has. Tom Hardy, that's 1, and Tom Hardy, that's 2. Give this movie a 2 out of 10. It's so bad. It's an awful, awful, awful movie with no redeeming factors coming from anywhere except for Tom Hardy, in my opinion. All those technical things that we talk about, you know, the directing, writing, cinematography, CGI, production, all that good shit, it was all bad shit in this movie.
Okay, spoiler time! Even though this movie doesn't have that much spoilers, if you want to say some shit that's really funny and stupid, like this entire movie! Let's talk about the end credit scene real quick. Woody Harrelson, we all knew he was gonna be in the movie, but I did not know he was gonna be playing Ronald McDonald without any makeup on.
I didn't realize they could try any less after what I saw from this movie, but they just shoveled in our faces. They're like, no, trust us guys. Watch this end credit, you'll see how much we don't care.
Everybody in the theater was laughing when they saw Woody Harrelson come up with his hair. Like, it looked so bad. Like, the wig. Everyone was laughing. Like, I just went to like Party City and put a wig on. I was like, hey, look at me. I'm Cletus Cassidy. I'm Carnage. Like, that's what it felt like.
Why the fuck are you getting hyped for Carnage when he's gonna be forced into a PG-13 movie? He's not even gonna be Carnage. He's gonna be Karn.
He's the most violent symbiote. He's crazy. He should be ripping people in half. You know how they marketed the trailers? It seemed like there'd be a bunch of symbiotes in the movie. Everyone in the facility, they all die, besides Venom. So they only see Venom and Riot. And again, like I said, Riot's only in it for about 4 minutes.
God, Riot was shit.
What? He was a dinosaur. I loved his roar. It was like,
oh my god. He was thinner than a piece of paper.
Because all you see him in is like him walking across the fucking world to get to this facility.
Literally
he doesn't
the world.
talk. It just cuts him like in another body. It's like, oh, almost there.
Venom's like, he's kind of our leader. He's a badass. He has things you've never seen. Okay, yeah, he's a badass for 2 minutes until he's defeated by...
Hey, I'm gonna cut this rocket. Bye. Like, wow, it was so crazy. But since the whole symbiote timeline's been like revamped and stuff, like Carnage was the first one to be able to make shit with his arms. And then after from Carnage, you know, they get, I'm not gonna get into it, but to have Riot be like the leader when Carnage is supposed to be like one of the craziest, I don't even know, what are they doing? Obviously, in the new comics, Venom, you know, he's like an outcast in the new like Kentaro, Clitar world. You know, to bring that over to this movie just makes Venom seem like a dunce.
They're bitchifying Venom.
Oh, I want to save the planet now because I've been inside you for about 40 minutes. I've been living my entire life thinking I'm going to Earth to eat some heads. Because I love eating heads. But being inside you, Eddie, you really changed my mind.
I'm a human who's been on this Earth for 47 years. I hate it. If I had the opportunity to go get 1 million of my symbiote buddies, turn into a dinosaur, come back and destroy the world, I would fucking jump on that opportunity so quick.
Yeah, the interactions between Eddie and Venom at first were really good. It reminded me of like The Darkness. If you read that comic, Jack Estacado. Harkening back to, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then it just gets lazy and boring and stupid, and that whole 180 just pisses me off. And it's cool that Venom already has his name. Like, he was born as a symbiote. His symbiote mom was like, you're gonna be Venom. Let's also talk about how stupid the whole logic of the movie is.
In one scene, they're saying that it's not compatible. They're just not compatible. And so it's just not gonna work.
And they just die.
But then another scene, they're saying he's compatible, but he's actually being eaten alive from the inside because the symbiote needs to eat live organisms. But then another scene later, it's saying that the symbiote can eat tater tots and chocolate.
Or a symbiote, Venom, more specifically, can go inside a fucking woman, become she-Venom for about 4 minutes and not kill her.
Remember when he said inconsistent? If your girl's gonna leave you because she got fired for you just doing what you do, you don't need to be with her. He told her in the movie, I'm gonna gonna do my job. And she's like, oh, Eddie, you're such a bad boy.
6 months later, she's already over it, fucking a surgeon or something.
You're getting a Dr. Dick.
Stanley cameo was stupid. Why was he even in this movie?
Why is he not dead yet? Please,
seriously.
just go. You're so old.
You're pissing everyone off right there.
Yeah, I am.
Stanley's my hero.
I just looked him up yesterday.
Yeah, even though I just saw him in the cameos for the Iron Man movie. I love Stan Lee, okay? Like, I'm not even interested in the sequel. Like, you'd think it would be like, oh, what are they gonna do next? You know, but what are they gonna do next? And how the fuck is Venom gonna make Carnage when Venom is such a loser from his own planet? Like, Riot? Man, fuck! Yeah, I think we're done with this. There's nothing else to say.
It smells real bad in here.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later. Yep, okay, I got it. I'm gonna give it.
What the fuck are you?
Hey, anybody? Does it smell like White Russians in here?